sudden you win another one, you go up 2-0, and you've got a great chance to win it all.
Yeah, I mean, talking about pressure, winning this game would have them going on the road with very little of it on them. Games 3 and 4 won't be nearly as nerve-wracking if they get it done today.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Ginobili and Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. That's good.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
On defense, the Spurs. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
And that game featured one of the least consistent offensive performances you're going to see from them, Clark.
Yeah, no spurt ability on display at all, fellas, for me. They needed to make a few runs, but it just never was able to happen for them.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And Ginobili, here we go. Duncan left side, just 5 to shoot. A shot, and the basket by Ginobili. Ginobili's got his first 2 points of the night. And the Raptors with the ball. Pass to B, beyond the arc. Good work defensively by Ginobili. Leonard against Lowry, and that one's good. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Down low. No good from B.
I tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Now here's Leonard. From about 16, Splitter. It's good on the putback.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lowry passes to B. Great deep. That time from Duncan. The Spurs have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The feed to Leonard. Ginobili kicks to Parker. Off the screen. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Shoots from the corner. No good from B.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Feeds it to Splitter. A runner. Shot is off. And Toronto will come the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
You're good, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. You know, the defense that time was just content to stay out of the way. I mean, no resistance at all. They let him do exactly what he wanted to right there.
Steve, no one looked too anxious to take him on.
No, you know, guys, I think that speaks to his strength and his agility. I mean, he's not a guy you want to stand in the way of as a defender.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's DeRozan. Here's Newsom, the offensive rebound. Valanciunas inside. He's against Splitter. Ginobili right side. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
The offense just getting right to the rim. At least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Diaw comes in for Splitter. And it's Bonner in for Duncan.
The 2-possession lead is what they were looking for there, so they can deal with that one miss.
Here's Newsom. Connects from three-point range. B's got 5. San Antonio leading. Parker kicks to Leonard. They set the screen. The dish to Bonner. Off target from three-point range.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Now, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
And San Antonio has possession. Into Diop. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
That's good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Now here's Leonard. Diop, the screen. Leonard attacking off with the layup.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. I asked him how he felt about his chances of taking Game 2 on the road, and he told me, I still think we can. Our goal was to come in and take away at least one of these 2 games here, and we can still meet our goal. But this is the NBA Finals. Nothing comes easy. We'll see if they can meet their goal.
Changes for Toronto. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Vasquez in for Williams. San Antonio also making some changes. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Leonard. Corey Joseph comes in for Manu Ginobili. Lance Mills in for Tony Parker. Raptors leading by 4. Ross passes to B. And he overshot that one, missing.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Now Mills. He kicks the bottom. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to end the run. The rebound by B.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
From beyond the arc, and again, Toronto with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Joseph dishes to Mills. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes it to Joseph. He feeds it to Green. From downtown. Green missing again. And so the first quarter is in the books. Toronto ahead as they end the first quarter with a huge surge. An 18-5 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs this Wednesday, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Welcome back to our present. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. B comes in for Amir Johnson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Williams in for Kyle Lowry. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Swift. Leonard comes in for Daniel Green. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Joseph. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. On the floor for San Antonio, in the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. Leonard the 3 and Diop the 4. And it's Bonner in at the 5 spot. Here's Newsom. That's good. B's got 16 points. Spurs trail by 8. Parker outside. 1:52 left to play here in the half. Rebound by the Raptors.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's DeRozan, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Punches it down on top.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Well, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Parker. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Into Diaw. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Diaw's got 6.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Raptors leading by 8. Newsom, he's guarded by Diaw. No good from B. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Leonard attacking. He dishes it to Parker. From outside the arc. That's good. Now just a 5-point Raptor lead.
He's so reliable. And, you know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Vasquez kicks to Williams. Pass to DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Vasquez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
How about the job they're doing drawing contact and giving themselves opportunities for free points at the line?
My kind of basketball, Steve. No frills, straight ahead, physical play.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Parker.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
On it goes. Nice one there from B. B's got 18 points.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Parker outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
This is his first free throw of the game. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's Newsom. The shot is off. And so that brings the first half to a close. Toronto ahead. They're up by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Coach, you're going to have to climb up.
Okay, listen. This game is going to set the tone for the rest of the finals. And we're going to set that tone in the second half.
Back to the action here in this game 2.
Been a stellar outing in this one for B. 18 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, Newsom, he's in at power forward. Lowry and Williams, the guards. DeRozan out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Now here's Ginobili. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Lewis Williams.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
For San Antonio, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And he's good on the second. Raptors leading by 5. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, B, in the last outing against the Spurs, really lit up the floor. He dropped in 32 points and hit the glass as well, coming away with 9 rebounds. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Vicious